All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and it's a very interesting day in Marvel Future Fight, to say the least. You can tell it's an interesting day when I'm making back-to-back videos on Future Fight, and there's actually no gameplay involved. You guys know I love gameplay videos. That's my favorite thing to do, right? I like playing with my favorite characters, but there's a lot to talk about, man. So let's get right to it. I had a lot of you guys hitting me up on Twitter and on Discord in the past, like I would say 12 hours, sending me this picture right here that was posted on the forum about 7 a.m. this morning, right? I seen it when I woke up. I looked at it and I completely disregarded it because I thought to myself, there's no way anybody's going to believe this, right? We're like, I don't know, 26 or so days away from the next update. Come on, guys, for a leak to be coming right now, like literally 3 weeks before the update, highly unlikely. And now you guys may be wondering, how do you know we're like 3 weeks out from the next update? Well, you see, when the new agent training center was added to the game, they said this thing would be removed with the next maintenance. Generally, that means the next update. And if you take a look right here in the agent training center, you'll see, if it loads anyways, right? You'll see right here, there's a timer that says 25 days and 16 hours. That is when the next maintenance is scheduled. That is when this thing is going to be removed from the game. So assuming that this thing is showing us the next maintenance period, this tells us that we are 25 days, almost 26 days away from the next update. For us to be getting a leak this early, letting us know what the next update is going to be basically in its entirety, honestly does not seem legitimate to me. But there's more to go on, so we will take a look at it. Also, shout out to the people who actually entered my code. If you've been logging in every day, I actually had to kick out a couple people for not logging in, so shout out to them. And actually, this person right here, man, Wade W 2020, low level player, but he or she is putting in more work than these level 70s that's been popping up, and I've actually been kicking them out. So I think I sent the chair to you today, right? So hopefully these things actually pop up to you in the game. I don't know how they work, right? Because I didn't enter anybody's code, but shout out to these people, man, because of them, I'll actually be able to get some pretty good rewards, as you can see right here, boys. They've been putting in work, and hopefully you guys have been using your codes as well. If you haven't joined the Discord, give it to some people there, or join a Facebook group, give it to some people there, give it to people on Twitter, any way you can, because these rewards are very, very good, as you can see. Not what the point of the video is, but I did want to give these people a shout out for actually using my code, even though like I literally just put it in the video on accident. I didn't even know how it worked, right? And then you guys actually entered it, so shout out to you. Okay, now let's take a look at this leak, right? Because this is where it was posted right here. Leak for the 5.7 update. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very interesting because I thought we were already in 5.7. So correct me if I'm wrong, but if this is update 5.7, how could this be a leak, right, for update 5.7? Doesn't make sense to me. So already this is incorrect information. If anything, this would be leaked info for update 5.8, right? Anyways, it says in the game Marvel Future Fight, global changes will happen soon. Now, as soon as I read this, I was like, okay, this is somebody who probably doesn't even play Future Fight, because there is no, like, I guess, Japanese server. No, like, I think there is a Chinese server, but like, realistically, when I see global changes here, it just says to me that there's multiple different servers, right, in multiple different countries. Just like how we have for like KOF, we have like a JP server, we have a Korean server, and then we have the global server, right? Future Fight, for the most part, we all basically play on the same server. So when I see global changes happening soon, I'm like, this seems very fishy. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it just seems sus to me, right? But let's continue. It says, in the January update, the developers tested a new mechanic, namely the 6 skill. That's not even what they called it. They called it Awakening. But okay, without transferring the character to grade 3. interesting. Grade 3 here, not tier 3, but grade 3. So we going back to school, boys. I thought it was over for me, but hey man, I would love to go back to grade 3 with all the knowledge that I possess right now. If reincarnation is actually a thing, I would love to like die and come back with everything I know now so I can live a better life. Anyways, not the point of the video, but we're going back to grade 3, boys. So pack your lunch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting. It says it looks like it looks like you stayed in class for the second year. However, Netmarble Deputy Executive Director, I don't even know who this person is, Shawnee Jean. Never heard of this person, right? And I've looked into who runs the company or some of the powerful figures behind the Marvel Future Fight team and the Netmarble company as a whole, and I have no idea who this person is. Not saying they don't exist, I'm just saying I've never heard of them until this post. So maybe these people are just making up information and making up names that we cannot search so that we have no way of fact checking this information. And if they're being that sus, then this information itself is just sus, right? This year, we plan to add 6 skill team attack for all characters of local teams. Let me go ahead and say this, okay? If this was actually going to happen, do you think this is where we would find out about it? A Bloomberg post from a Turkish site? Come on, man. Let me clear things up for you guys, okay? With every single update that I've witnessed in Marvel Future Fight. Now, I haven't been here for all of them, right? I started playing October of the first year, so I missed a couple. But for literally every single update that I've seen in my like almost 5 years of playing this game, there's always been people making up rumors, making fake posts about what the next update is going to be. Basically, fan speculation, right? And oftentimes, people get suckered into it because it seems like a good idea, and it just builds expectation just for people to be disappointed. So do not get suckered into this, no matter, even if it ends up being true, the next time you see this, it doesn't mean it's going to be true. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And you know how hard it would be for them in one update to give like a 6 skill to every character that's a part of a local team? Come on, man. This right here just screams baloney to me, right? But it did say this year, which honestly, come on, we seen January and the fact that the Warriors of the Sky now have a 6 skill awakening and the fact that they're selling awakening crystals in the shop, it tells us that this is something that's going to happen regardless. This post is not giving us any new information in regards to the 6 skill, right? Saying it's going to come this year is something we already know. Well, if you put 2 and 2 together, because there's not going to be one skill in the game that is exclusive to just the Warriors of the Sky. There's a lot of money to be made there, right? For the Fantastic Four, the Avengers even, like so many different characters can get this 6 skill, this awakening, right? And it's a good way to give, I guess, a tier 3 power up to characters that may never get a tier 3 because they're not featured in any movies or anything. Like for example, somebody like Lincoln Campbell that has no future basically could get a 6 skill that make him somebody relevant, right? So that's something for you guys to keep in mind. Anyways, we were the first to do this with the Warriors of the Heaven. You can see why I'm laughing. Like, if they're not even going to get the name right, okay, let me say this. They can say they translated this using Google, like they translated this using Google Translate. But at the very least, right, you play the game, right, you should know that there's no such thing as Warriors of the Heaven, right? What the hell? Anyways, and in the near future, we will do this with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., not Agent S.H.I.E.L.D., but Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. The continuation of her storyline will be tied to this team, it is said in an interview. I would love to see the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. get something, right? They have a good TV show. I still need to catch up on it. I would love to see what they would do with somebody like Phil Coulson. But come on, man. Come on, man. Really? Really, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, fine. Also, in the early concept art shows that the original uniform 3099 will... Oh my gosh. Also, guys, this is BS. Also, in the early concept art shows that the original uniform 3099 will receive Daisy Johnson, right? Phil Coulson and Deathlock, right? Deathlock, I don't know who that is. Okay, I'm just playing. It's Deathlock. And in And in the place with this, 6 kill will get Daisy, Phil Coulson, Melinda May, who's not even in the game, Bobby Morris, who's basically Mockingbird. Honestly, all of these characters are useless. For the most part, Phil Coulson is a good support type, one of the best support types in the game. So, of course, I would want to see characters that do not get used get a major buff to make them relevant in the game. But I cannot take this post seriously, and I don't think any of you guys should. It's good for a laugh to see how bad the grammar is and the spelling and that stuff, and the fact that people, like somebody out there, right, or a team of persons, right, put this together to try and like get some response from the community. I generally just skip over all this nonsense, but with so many of you guys messaging me, like I got tired of just saying, yeah, I seen it. It's probably not real. You know what I'm saying? So I figured make a video, a couple thousand of you guys are gonna see this, and then I can stop getting messages about it. Anyways, moving on. It says, in addition to this, we want to expand on the power of the... Okay, first and foremost, when I seen this part of the freaking post right here, this got me super excited, and I hate that part of me. I really hate that part of me because, like, anything that has to do with my main man, Blackagar, Boltagon. You know what I'm saying? After all this time, the Inhumans possibly getting a major buff to make them relevant. Man, do you know how awesome that would be? But again, I don't want to get suckered into this, and I think we should all distance ourselves from this because expectations often lead to disappointment. This is something we know very well if we've been playing Marvel Future Fight for the past like 2 or 3 years. You know this, you've experienced it, I've experienced it, right? But it will be really interesting to see Black Bolt get something, right? Because of the 3 characters that started this game, right, he's the only one that still remains at 6 stars, level 60, right? We started this game, not with Iron Man, not with Black Widow, not with Captain America. We started this game, the first 3 characters you see, Thor, Black Panther, and Black Bolt. And they're the 3 characters that suckered me into the game. I'm like, oh my goodness, they got the 3 kings on deck, and I get to play with them this early on? Sign me up, baby. Then I came in, found out they're pure garbage. And I was just mad. I was mad. I was sad. But then I seen that they had Ultron, they had Vision, and I'm like, okay, you know, I could rock with this. I built them up. Those characters were bad too. It's just like, but like by then they had hookered me. They hookered me? Oh my gosh. They had hooked me, right? So yeah, the rest you know is history. I'm intrigued by this. It's good for a laugh, but do not take it serious. I think over here, the news stories about Trump giving people tax cuts is probably one of the most interesting thing about this. But let me know how you guys feel. What do you think is going to become of this? Do you think this is actually real? And if you think it's real, why do you think it's real? Because the only post like this we've ever seen had a link where we could actually see it. This looks like something somebody could have cooked up in like Notepad and then pasted on this page right here, right? And just keep in mind, the only one we ever saw that was accurate had to do with Namor, Silver Surfer, and Wave. That was very accurate, very true, but that was literally days before the update. Sure, it was on point, but that was one in all of the updates we've ever had for this game. Do not get your hopes up. It would be nice if Black Bolt got something, especially after them revitalizing story, right? And where it ended, it would be really dope if Black Bolt got something. But again, do not count your chickens before they hatch. But leave me your thoughts in the comments, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I am intrigued by it. It's it's something to laugh at. It's something to like lift our spirits, but I don't think it's something we should take serious. And down here, oh my gosh, people people are super toxic on this forum, but sometimes it's really, really, really nice to read what they have to say just for a laugh. So it mentions Melinda Megan, the 6 kill. She's just a summon. Deathlock getting a uniform, but no 6 kill. Bobby, yo, oh my goodness. It's really funny to read some of these posts, but like sometimes it's hella toxic, so it's not good for your health to read it often. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap it up here. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Till next time, stay safe, have a good weekend, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.